toes 45 degrees. Arms up to shoulder height, and then look to the fingertips on your left hand for Trikonasana. Reach forward and then tilt, bringing your left hand down and your right arm up. And let's open the chest and look up at that right hand. You've got 5 breaths here, making sure that we're not leaning forwards or back. Try not to stick your bottom out either. Keep tucking the pelvis under so you're in alignment. Good, eye lines to that top thumb. We're going to come up on the next inhale, up on the inhale, and then turn the toes, same on the other side. Reaching forwards over the right foot this time, bringing your right hand down and your left arm up. Squeeze your glutes, tuck the pelvis under, keep opening the chest. Really energize those left fingertips as you reach up to the ceiling. Take another couple of breaths here in Trikonasana. And after your 5th, you can come up on the inhale, turn the toes again. This time, you bring the right toes round even more. Now bring your left hand on the left hip and inhale the right arm up. Big stretch as we reach forwards and down. You're going to bring your right hand either to the outside of the calf or even to the floor. The hand can be flat, or you could take your fingertips to the floor. You're going to open up that left side and look up at the left hand. This is your revolving Trikonasana. Give me another 3 breaths here. Lengthening as you inhale, rotating as you exhale. After your 5th exhale, look down to get your balance. Come up and turn around. Prepare for the other side. So your left toes come around to bring the left hip round. Your right hand's on the right hip. And we inhale the left arm up, big stretch. Reach forwards and down, bringing your left hand on the outside of the right calf. And opening up the right side, looking up at the fingertips or the thumb. Good, 5 breaths here, lifting up out of the lower back on every inhale. Seeing if there's any more space to rotate on every exhale. Good, and after your 5th exhale, look down, get your balance, step your back foot to your front foot, feet together, palms together. Take a deep breath. And a moment to connect. Before preparing to step back again on the left foot, slightly longer step. Turn the left toes, turn the right toes. You're going to bend the left knee this time and bring your left hand to the floor inside of the left foot. Bring your right arm over your head. See if you can create a long line from the fingertips of the right hand to the heel of the right foot. If this feels too awkward, your option would be just to lean on the thigh as you take your Parsva Konasana extended side angle. Good, after your 5th exhale, we come up and turn the toes. So let's bend your right leg this time. Option is to bring your right hand all the way down as you bring your left arm all the way over. Eye line to the fingertips for 5 breaths. Remembering your option to take it a little bit easier and leaning on your thigh. Whichever variation of this pose that you're in, following your 5th exhale, you come up on the inhale and turn around. You're going to bring your right knee down to the floor and push forward through the hip. You can relax your back foot, and then we're going to raise the arms up and bring your right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Hands to prayer, look up over your left shoulder. This is variation A. Variation B, tuck your back toe under and see if you can balance this pose. Variation C, you could see if you could bring your right hand to the floor and your left arm up, eye line to the thumb. Variation 4, for those of you that want to try it, turn the back foot out and then turn the palm of the left arm and reach all the way over your head. Hold it here for another couple of breaths, whichever variation of the posture you're in. And when you've had enough, you can look down, get your balance. Come up on the inhale, well done. Turn around. Come off your back heel and drop your left knee this time. Push forward through the hip. You're going to bring your left arm over your right thigh this time, hands to prayer, and look up over your right shoulder for stage 1. Stage 2, tuck the back toe under, balance the pose. Stage 3, left hand down, right arm up. Good, then stage 4 if you're going for it. Turn the back foot out so you can ground the little toe and the heel and reach the right arm all the way over. Hold for another couple of breaths. This is your revolving extended side angle. When you've had enough, you can release, bringing your back foot to your front foot. Palms together, take a deep inhalation and a complete exhalation. Brilliant. Step back on the left foot again, and you've got both feet facing forwards this time and your hands on your hips. Prasarita Padottanasana, A to D. Variation A, we inhale, lift, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Let's bring your hands to the floor inside of your feet. See if you can bring your toes so they're in line, your fingers so they're in line with the toes. And then come up onto the fingertips to lengthen the spine. On your next exhale, we come all the way down, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor for 5. 4. Now if your fingertips aren't on the floor, just grab the elbows and hang. Option to bend the knees a little bit if you need to. Couple more breaths in Prasarita Padottanasana A. And on your next inhale, you're going to come up onto the fingertips, bring your hands to the hips, lock your belly, and then up, leading with your head. Good. Let's take variation B. Just roll the shoulders and squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, lift, and exhale, we fold again. Let's see if we can get the same depth. Keeping our hands on our hips this time for 5. 4. If your legs are straight, let's pull up the thighs away from the knees. Try not to lock out your joints. Couple more breaths, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. And on your next inhale, we come up, leading with our head, drawing our belly in to protect our backs. Brilliant. Variation C, arms out, and then interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and try and keep your palms together. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. You're going to take your arms all the way over this time, over your head with you for 5. 4. Now see if you can take your arms over your head, but if you don't feel you have that flexibility, just lifting your arms off your back is enough. Really reaching your knuckles to the ceiling to feel that stretch in the front of the shoulders. Take another couple of breaths here in variation C. And on your next inhale, imagine somebody's pulling you up by your hands. Come all the way up to standing and prepare for Prasarita Padottanasana D. Arms out to the side, then onto the hips. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. You're going to grab hold of your big toe this time with your first 2 fingers. Grab hold of the big toe, then lift up out of the lower back. On your exhale, you're going to pull yourself forwards all the way down, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. 5 breaths, actively using the strength in our arms to move deeper into this posture. The elbows are bent and the biceps are engaged. Option, if you can't reach your toes, you could grab behind the calves. Couple more breaths wherever you are, and on your next inhalation, you can come up, lengthen the spine, hands to the hips, and then all the way up to standing. Step your feet together, palms together, take a moment to yourself. A moment to connect with your breath. Let's now see if we can find prayer behind our backs. You see if you can find prayer behind your backs, but if you can't find prayer, you can just grab hold of the elbows. Wherever you are, open the shoulders and lift the elbows away from your back. Step back on your left foot and turn both toes to face the back of the mat. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Parsvottanasana, dropping the stomach down towards the thigh. Drop the chin, eye line to the big toe. Spend 5 breaths here, feeling that wonderful stretch in the hamstring of that left leg. 3, 2, and after your 5th, lead with the head to come all the way up. And then let's turn the toes and prepare for the other side. So you've turned the left toes to bring the left hip round. You're lifting up out of the lower back on your inhale, and then exhaling all the way down for 5 breaths. Dropping the chin to lengthen the back of the neck, eye line to the toes. Hold it here for another couple of breaths. Dropping that left hip forwards while pulling your right hip back to keep those hips square. Good. When you've had enough here, you inhale, lead with the head to come up. Step your back foot into the front foot, palms together for a deep breath into the belly. Brilliant. Bring your palms down by your sides. We're going to go into a single leg balance sequence. So if you bring your left hand onto your hip, and then you bring your right knee in towards your chest, and find something in front of you that's not moving to spot. Option, if you'd like to take this further, finger lock the big toe and fully extend that right leg. So you're either here or you're here for 5 breaths. So whether you have your knee or your toe, you're going to open the hip for 5 breaths. And you can either stay focused on that point in front of you, or if you want a challenge, you would look in the opposite direction, still finding something to spot, but in the opposite direction of the leg. Challenges your balance. Let's now come forwards and bring the leg back in. We're going to take a fold. So you're going to bring your head down towards your knee, then come up again. Now, if your leg isn't straight, you're going to stretch it now. Bring both hands on the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you can place that foot down and you can shake out your legs. Preparing for the other side. So I'll take the other option on this side, but feel free to stick to the more simple version. So keeping your right hand on your right hip, you bring your left knee into the chest. You stay here, or you finger lock the big toe. Feel free to extend that leg if you can for 5 breaths. Focusing on that point in front of you that's not moving. Good. After your 5th exhale, you're going to take that leg out to the side, whether that's the knee or the toe. And the full pose, if you feel steady enough, is to take the eye line in the opposite direction for another couple of breaths. Good. And after your 5th, you can come back. You're going to bring the leg back in, and this is where we take our fold. So we're going to bring our head down towards our leg. And then inhale, lift, and we're going to see if we can keep the leg out there. If your leg is bent, you stretch it at this point, and you bring both hands on your hips. Hold for another 3, 2, and with care and control, you place that foot back down and shake it out. Good. Let's now prepare for the next single leg balance. You're going to bring your right knee up to the shoulder with the hip open, and then grab hold of the right foot. Place the right foot as high as you can into half lotus, push the knee back and down. Right arm wraps around the back. Now we are aiming to grab the foot and fold for 5 breaths. However, if you cannot grab the foot, keep hold of the foot with the left hand, and then bring the right hand just to the forearm. Good. Working on pushing this right knee back and down for another couple of breaths. Now, if you are down, you can come up, and we'll all release that foot together. Good. Let's take the other side. So it's the left knee that comes up with an open hip. We grab hold of the foot and we place it as high as we can into half lotus, pushing the left knee back and down. Left arm wraps around the back. See if you can grab the foot and forward fold all the way down. So you can take your 5 breaths here, or if you're staying upright, you're here for another 3, 2. Those of you that are down, come up, and let's all release that foot. Bring the feet together, bring the palms together, and just ground ourselves back onto 2 feet. Preparing to go back into our sun salutation, Surya Namaskar A into Utkatasana. Inhale, raise the arms up. Bring your palms together, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. You can jump or step back into high plank. Chaturanga, leading with your chest to inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, look forwards, jump and land the feet together. Sit back into your chair, dropping the tailbone, lifting your chest. Eye line to the thumbs, hold it here for another 4, 3, really reaching those fingertips up to the ceiling. 2, and then exhale, we're down again. Fingertips in line with toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Jump or step on the exhale. Find yourself in high plank. Chaturanga, leading with your chest to inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Virabhadrasana A, right foot forwards. Big step. Turn the back foot out and raise the arms up. Palms together, gaze to the thumbs. You've got 5, deep and complete breaths in warrior one. 3, 2. Now I want you to keep your arms and your eye line up. Turn the toes and find yourself on the other side. Bending your left leg this time, look to your thumbs. Square up those hips by dropping your right hip forwards, pulling your left hip back. Couple more breaths, and then we open up into Virabhadrasana B. Here's where we open the hips and heart, push down, eye line to the left fingertips, shoulders down, back arm the same height as the front arm. Hold for another 3, 2, keeping the arms out. Let's prepare for the other side. So you're bending your right leg this time. Make sure you turn your back toes slightly forwards and lunge deeply. Look to your fingertips on your right hand for another 3, 2, and after your 5th exhale in Virabhadrasana B, we bring the hands down either side of the front foot, come off the back heel, and push back into plank. Chaturanga leading with your chest. Inhale to come up. Exhale to push back. Now we're going to jump or step to seated. So soften the knees and look forwards. Take some weight into the upper arms. And then land with your legs crossed and prepare for your seated sequence. So come right up on those sitting bones. Really feel the floor beneath you. Plant the palms down and pull your toes towards you. See if you can pull your toes towards you so much your heels lift. And then drop your chin to chest. Hold your Dandasana for another 3, 2, 1, and then lift up out of the lower back. You're going to reach forwards and see if you can finger lock the big toe. Now remember, you can always bend the knees to do this. Yeah, bend the knees, and it's better that you keep a long, straight spine. So if you need to bend the knees to keep a straight back, then do. Now keep your eye line to the toes, and if you wanted to come a bit further, you can use the strength in your arms to pull yourself forwards, but without rolling your back. Keep the chest lifted at this point. This is the first of 3 Paschimottanasana. So after your 5th exhale, you're going to come up on the inhale, keep hold of the toes, just lengthen the spine, and then reach forwards, seeing if you can bring your toes to your wrists. Lift, and this time we will go a little bit further. Relax your shoulders, bend the elbows because we're pulling ourselves forwards, and maybe bring our stomach a little bit closer to our thighs. Drop the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Eye line is still to the toes. Hold for another 3, 2, and then inhale, let's lift again. We have one more option. Just hold the outsides of the feet, or maybe interlace the fingers and then just hook the hands behind the soles of the feet. Lengthen and fold with the breath. This time you can roll all the way down. Hold it here for 5 breaths. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing any tension in the lower back. And after your 5th exhale, we'll come up on the inhale, release, and take a vinyasa. So your vinyasa, you cross your legs, plant your palms in front of you. You can jump or step back into plank, and then go through your flow, chaturanga, inhaling up dog, exhaling down dog. From your downward facing dog, we're going to jump or step back, land ourselves nice and softly with our legs crossed. Extend the legs out and prepare for reverse plank. So you bring your hands behind you with your fingertips facing forwards and point your toes down towards the floor. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips and drop your head if it feels okay. Keep squeezing and lifting here, opening the heart and the hips. Option, if you prefer to keep the chin to the chest, that's absolutely fine. Listen to your bodies. On your next exhale, bring your hips down, cross your legs. Vinyasa, rock forwards, jump or step back, high plank. Chaturanga leading with your chest to inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing. From your downward facing dog, we're back to seated with a jump or a step, and we extend the legs out. Ready for Jana Shashasana, head to knee pose. So let's bring your right foot high on your left inner thigh, and then reach forwards for the left foot with both hands. Option, bend the knees, or even just place the palms down if you can't reach your foot. Lift and lengthen before exhaling all the way down. So we have 5 breaths here in Janu Shirshasana. 3, 2, and release. Now you can just switch legs. There is a vinyasa set between every side and every posture. So if you're feeling energetic, join me for a vinyasa. And if you're feeling just to switch legs today, that's absolutely fine. Let's prepare for the other side once you're through. Your left heel comes up nice and high into the right inner thigh. We reach forwards to the right foot with both hands. Lift and lengthen. Now you can keep a long straight back here and hold. If you feel that you have the space, you can relax all the way down. Good. Hold it here for 5 breaths. And after your 5th, we can inhale to come up. Inhale, lift, release. Everyone take this vinyasa. We'll always try and do the vinyasa between postures, remembering that you can always modify your chaturanga if you're getting tired. Good. From your downward facing dog, it's back to seated. We're going to take Marichasana A. Marichasana A, you sit tall and bring your right heel as high as you can towards your right glute. Plant your left hand down on the floor and reach your right hand to your left foot to start with. So you're going to lift up out of the back, pull yourself forwards, leading with your chest. Option is to drop your right shoulder underneath your right knee and see if you can bind behind your back. If you found bind, lengthen and fold. If you're not in bind, no worries, just stay here, right hand to left foot, pulling yourself forwards. Couple more breaths in Marichasana A, and then inhale, lift and release. You can prepare for the other side, or you can take a vinyasa, crossing your legs, rocking forwards, jumping or stepping into plank. Chaturanga, inhaling up and exhale back. Jump or step forwards, find yourself back with your legs crossed, and then extend the legs out in front of you, Dandasana. Marichasana A on the left. So the left heel comes in, right hand down, reach the left hand to the right foot. Pull yourself forwards, leading with your chest. This is variation A. If you want to, drop the left shoulder, bind behind your back, and take variation B. For another 3, 2, and release. Everybody vinyasa, cross your legs, rock forwards. Remember, you can always step back if you're not feeling to jump. Modify the chaturanga if you need to. If not, float and hover, leading with the chest. Inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog. And then jump or step. Land yourself nice and softly with your legs crossed and then extend the legs out. Marichasana C, your right heel comes in. We lean back on the right side. Bend the elbow and reach the left arm all the way over, closing the gap between the armpit and the thigh. Good, now right hands to the floor behind you. You lift up out of the lower back and use your exhale breath to rotate, looking over your right shoulder. Now there is a bind. If anyone feels to take it, you inwardly rotate this right shoulder to bind behind your back for 5 breaths. So whatever variation of this pose you're in, enjoy your 5 breaths. And when you've had enough, you can release. Bringing your head down, releasing the pose. Taking a vinyasa or just switching legs if you prefer. Listen to your bodies. Take yourself through your flow at your own pace. And when you're ready, you're coming back to seated to prepare for the other side. So it's your left heel that comes in. We lean back on the left side and we reach the right arm over, closing the gap between the armpit and the thigh. Left hand to the floor, lift up out of the lower back, use your exhale breath to rotate. Option is to bind. So stay here if this feels enough. If you're binding, inwardly rotate and then bind behind your back for 5 breaths. Good, take another few breaths here. And after your 5th exhale, bring your head round. Release your bind or just release the pose. Cross your legs and rock forwards. Jump or step, high plank. Chaturanga leading with your chest to inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, you jump or step, land softly with your legs crossed, and we find our balance point and open out into Navasana. Now you can keep the legs straight or bent, whatever feels good, reaching forwards with the palm facing up. After 5 breaths, you cross your ankles and bring your toes down. Plant your palms down and lift your bottom off the floor, pushing your hips back to feel those abs engage. Bring your hips down, rock back, and unfold the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2. Cross the ankles, toes down, hands down, lift the hips off the floor if you can. We're preparing for our hand balances. Let's go back up to Navasana for another 3, 2, and then cross the ankles, toes down, lift the hips and place them back down. Take a vinyasa. Well done. Take a vinyasa. Take yourself all the way through to your downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, you're going to jump the feet in and land on the toes to prepare for Bakasana, crow balance practice. So you can practice crow however you feel is best for you. You don't have to take your feet off the floor. You could practice taking one, then the other. Spread your fingertips so you really are covering as much ground as you can. And your knees want to be either high into the armpits or maybe hugging the outsides of the shoulders. Lift your bottom and make your bottom the highest point. Look forwards first, then rock forwards. So as I said, you don't have to take your feet off the floor. You could just take one and rock back. And then you could practice taking the other and rock back. For those of you that might want to go all the way up, you rock forwards, take both feet off the floor. Good. Eye line forwards if you're struggling to balance, or down if you're feeling steady. You can jump straight back from there, or you could bring your feet back and step or jump back into high plank. Chaturanga leading with your chest. Inhale to come up. Exhale to push back. And from your downward dog, you jump or step to seated. Preparing to lie on your back for your finishing sequence. We're getting there. Bring your heels close to your hips and palms down to the floor. We take Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Tuck the pelvis, push through the